large-scale paintings to sculpture to exhibitions and teaching around the world, Sylvain has carved out a practice that's both deeply personal and universally resonant. Welcome, Sylvain, to
Yeah,
Art Talk.
yeah.
We're
Thank
happy
you,
to have
Laura.
you here.
Yeah, thank you.
Having you here in our micro residency sort of studio experience here in Miami. We'll just jump right into it. We're going to start from the beginning, work our way
Okay.
through your career, and just give viewers a little bit of an insight to your life as an artist and where you've been, where you are, and maybe even some glimpse at future projects. We know Sylvain is originally from Quebec, but his art journey started in Montreal. Can you tell us a little bit about the beginning stages of your career as an artist?
Yeah, my background is illustrator in advertising, and I did storyboard, illustration, movie poster. But my dream it was to be an artist, painter. Then when I was young, my grandmother saw my passion. Then one day I visit my grandfather's because she passed away, and my heritage was her studio. Then I stopped to paint and never stopped until today.
Lucky for us.
Yeah. Then when I was in advertising in Montreal, then I decide to say to all my clients, then I'm very busy, and I take 6 months free to doing research about to find my style. And this 6 months is not finished today.
So
30 years.
25 years, 6 months.
Yeah.
Tomatoes, tomatoes.
Yeah. It was my dream, and my dream is still going on. Then I was based in Montreal from the beginning, but when I discovered my typical style with the modeling paste, really thick, and the background glossy, the things goes really fast. In 2 years, and from Montreal to New York to Hong Kong, and exhibit all around the world. But after a couple of years, I can notice that when I'm traveling for exhibition, all the time when I'm back to my studio in Montreal, something new happening. And one day I
You're
I
bringing
thought,
these outside influences from around the world, from your travels, back to your studio.
yeah, what's gonna happen if I move the studio? Then the first place that I decided to move is China. But I began to go to China in 2005 because I was
2005.
exhibit for the Biennale, the second Biennale of China.
And can you tell the viewers which city in China you're living?
Beijing,
Beijing.
Beijing, and they have a quarter is a 798 Chijoba. This is my Chinese, and then I decided to live there, direct in the middle of the action, and right away the first painting something happened. Then influenced by the Chinese calligraphy, the colors changed. Then when I got this buzz after a couple of years, I decided then I want to have this buzz in different cities. Then after China, it was Dubai. After Dubai, I take a small break. I got the one result, and I come US, New York, Bushwick.
Bushwick, the dream of Bushwick.
The dream of Bushwick was really nice. For me, it was a dream because the place then I got my, not the first, the second one, it's a Bogart building, and it's a 12 gallery, the first floor, and I'm visiting all the time this place, and
So
I got one.
constant stream of inspiration as well around you.
Yeah, and each place influenced me differently because I'm influenced by what's happened in my life. Then if I'm in different place, then different influence.
Right, the peripheral vision outside of the studio becomes part of the direct vision and focus inside the studio.
Yeah, exactly,
Very
exactly.
cool.
And now I'm addict about that. Then I like to traveling, change the place. Example to come here in Miami, it was another influence because all the people around me influenced me somewhere or somehow. And this is nice. I like Miami too.
Yeah,
I like the buzz.
It's a little hot right now. I think it's 99 degrees today, but it's a great city and always robust with culture, with energy, and even with a little bit of heat and maybe some spice. Well, just to give you all perspective on what's going on behind us, Silva is laying finishing touches on a few commission works and works that we've requested to be exhibiting at our gallery. So we have a commission of Van Gogh portrait, we have Mozart, very dear collectors that have already been acquiring your work. Can you explain a little bit about the process? I know I've been very involved, but I think it's been enlightening to see all of the research that goes into a new commission, especially when it is so reverent, to these very famous artists. What may they be, musical artists or visual artists? I think you've paid tremendous respect to their legacy with both of these projects.
Yeah, the creative process, I started doing that more during COVID, because during the COVID, the people, they are together inside, they have a wall, and involved everybody, even you are involved, clients that they are involved, and they told me what they have in their mind, and from that I began to do, and slowly it could be by hand sketches, and after I can switch to Photoshop too. It depends.
Kind of blend the two.
Yeah, they have two. And like the Mozart, I did the sketch, I studied the jacket, and we come from a Joseph Lang portrait
The
of
famous
Mozart.
unfinished portrait.
Yeah, exactly. Then, and after I have to find a way then to put my touch, my style. Then it's a mix of both. Even Van Gogh, the concept is about, then he did his famous sunflowers, the creative process. I would like to put that, and they have to cut his hair. Then it takes time, but when the everything is approved, for me it's like still to change couple things, but it will be details. But on commission, I like to set up everything before to start to take the first brush stroke.
First brush stroke, which starts with, well, from what I've observed from your creative process, the sketchbook turns into a pencil sketch on the canvas, and from there you start applying the molding paste in a very sculptural format. Maybe we should touch on that as well. Your works are two-dimensional sculptures in a sense.
Yeah.
This is a very prominent feature of your work, and one that I think it's fresh, it's reverent in a way, but it also gives a dynamic ability to literally carve into the canvas, three-dimensional aspect.
Yeah, my technique is really complicated. Sometimes
It is.
I'm jealous about the other artists. It's more simple, but yes, my process is at different steps. Then, like you said, the sketch first, and after the modeling paste, make the
sculpture.
The sculpture. Then I'm thinking I'm between a sculpture and a three-dimensional or two-dimensional, and I have to wait. Then the part, then I cannot be exactly spontaneous. I have a feeling I'm doing exactly my feeling of the day, and it's on many days. Then I have to keep this feeling, but sometimes I'm in cruise control. I'm doing it's more mechanic, and at the end, when everything is in place, then I put my final touch, things that I don't like, or I want to face this thing.
And then the next phase with the paint over the molding paste. Sometimes they're a bit more monochromatic with less paint. They almost have a clay look to them. Other times, as you see behind us, you have a nod to Yves Klein blue, and other times they have more representational colors.
Yeah, this series Klein is influenced by the blue Klein, and is a little bit more romantic.
Exactly.
It's soft, people in peace, in love. Yes, this one is soft, and the blue. All the series it will be in blue, because this blue I think is really powerful, and I think the love, the peace, and the blue goes well together.
100%. It's been very popular among our collectors, and I think you just had a sold-out show in South Korea that featured several of these works that had the Yves Klein blue, correct?
Yes, exactly. It was I present the blue Klein. All my painting, most of the painting of the blue Klein.
So exciting.
Yeah.
Well, we've loved this series, and as I mentioned, so many collectors have just been transcended by it. This blue that kind of takes you in, and then the juxtaposition of the matte molding paste with the high gloss resin, it just gives a profound sense of depth and even more vulnerability, perhaps, to these pieces. How did you start using the resin or incorporating the resin into your pieces? What brought that theory?
By accident.
Okay.
I was doing my research, and in the beginning, I would like to glue a wire on my painting. Then I decided to try this varnish. I put it, and I just noticed then why not to put it on all the painting. But if I put all the painting, it will be just a varnish. Then I decided to have a subject more 2D and the background of the varnish. It was by accident because I'm doing research.
Right.
You know, even one time I remember I say, okay, if I want to find a new style, I have to try something never done before.
Right, experiments.
Experiment. Then one day I decide, okay, I cannot paint with brushes. I cannot paint with spatula. Then it forced me to think differently. Then I use comb.
Yeah.
Comb for then it create the texture. And after I didn't go to shop to art supply store. I'm going to like
a beauty supply. Oh, Ace, like a hardware store.
Yeah, hardware store.
Yeah.
To find new things. Then I remember one influence I had is one day I was traveling and I saw a work of Anthony Tapies. And he influenced me because I said this artist is using not conventional material, even tar, for the roof, all those things.
Then G. Johnson is now so popular with using this tar.
Okay. And cement, all those things. When I did my research, at the end I finished with this type because if you cannot pass through the time, I have to eliminate. Like the tar is when it's hot, it could be come back, melting. And after I tried so many things, and I said, then you cannot pass through the time, then reject, something like that. And they have one thing too. I would like to find something that I'm happy to do. I don't want to do a technique that I'm not enjoying to.
You're suffering with each. Moving it around. We discussed your use of cement before the molding paste, making the works very heavy, and now you've improved that process to a lighter material, thankfully, making them easier to exhibit and transport. Yeah,
it was a problem with the cement. It was the weight, and it was really tough to do because you have to mix, and I need somebody to mix for me during I put on the paint, the canvas, because after 40 minutes begin to dry. But now easier with
got a better process.
Yeah, exactly.
You're evolving and growing, and so we've talked about molding paste, resin, cement.
Yeah.
I know you've even worked with some sand in a hot air balloon. Can you tell us about this?
Yeah, it was a project a little bit crazy because it was I was in Dubai, and the Canadian embassy they asked me for the 40th anniversary of the Canadian embassy in Dubai, can you do a project? And I talked about that, and I said, I remember the meeting, I said I will do the portrait of Sheikh Zayed, the founder of UE, the UE. And I said it will be the biggest portrait with sand never done before. They say, oh, okay. I said, and I'm thinking I will have to go on hot air balloon.
Hot air balloon, yeah.
And drop the sand. And they say, wow, we love it. And after when I finished to say that, because I was not sure to be able to do it.
It was an idea.
I said, what? Now I regret. When you miss your mom, that's that moment. But finally I did, and they have, it was in the newspaper everywhere before. The journalists, they come to catch when I'm practicing for a third level building to see the reaction of the sand.
So it was like a global sensation. Everyone was excited for this project.
Maybe because they have nothing happened in UE, but they are focused, and they have to come in a parking place at 3 a.m. I was thinking that nobody will show up. Finally, they have more than 40 journalists there with camera, everything.
40 journalists.
Yeah, and I remember after we have to go in the desert, my heart was beating like this. I say, I wish I will make it well and done, because the technique is really special, because the canvas is 12 meter by 14 meter. It's so big that I don't see what I'm doing.
Right.
Then I use a technique is with the square. You make it
like a
smaller, like a grill, and you draw what you're supposed to have in this square. And finally, they're done. Then now I still to do live performance, like in South Korea, I did one, was invited, then people begin to invite me to do live performance.
So it's a similar, just to, because I understand, but just so we can shed some light on this. Yeah. So when you were in the hot air balloon and you were throwing sand, you were dropping the sand and kind of spreading it to make a figurative, a face, a portrait. And then when you're doing the live performance, you're basically, is it still sand that you're throwing?
That most of the time sand.
So he will take a canvas and apply oil,
The first acrylic,
so it still
and
has
after oil. Yeah.
and after oil, so there is a adhesive surface still on the canvas.
Yeah.
And then he will begin to, I want to say throw, but I don't know if
Yeah,
that's
true.
he throws, he tosses in a very like calculated gestures to create these
Yeah.
figures on the canvas.
My
So-
tip is the oil, because the oil takes time to dry, then the sand stick on it. But the hot air balloon, it was not oil, it was glue, because it was so big.
Right.
And direct in the sun, it was.
Quite the project. How many hours did it take you to get that done?
I don't have, I've only took me an hour
An hour.
maximum,
Wow.
because the hot air balloon, we start first on the ground and we finish with the hot air balloon. And when I begin to throw the sand, a big wind, and I feel one of my bones, and I was like, oh no. And I look, everybody was
Like your rib?
filming.
You broke a rib?
Yeah,
Oh my
but
gosh.
failed, you know? And
yeah, a fracture.
fracture,
You
yeah.
fractured a rib. Okay.
And why not? Want the story? I'm making story. And after, when they released the hot air balloon, I said to the pilot, I don't know if we see pilot, don't go too far because I have to come back.
So go to the hospital.
Then he went to a bush with pines, because he never landed there. Then we arrived really fast. We bump, we passed the brushes. When we finished, everybody out of the nest.
Oh my gosh. Well,
Yeah.
thank God you're still here.
Yes, yes.
He lives to tell the tale.
Yeah.
Wow, I didn't know it ended that way.
Yeah. But if you look on Google, Sylvain Tremblay hot air balloon, you can see, but you don't see. And I put my.
Well, all's well that ends well, as they say, right?
If at the end survive, is okay.
Well, I'm glad you lived and you were able to make that also happen.
Yeah.
You delivered, you made a promise, and you delivered.
Yeah,
Broken
exactly.
rib and all. And then while we're on the subject of Dubai, how did that come about? Because I know you are very involved with the art commissioner of Dubai. Can you shed a little bit of light on that program that you're involved with?
With the Canadian University?
Yes.
Yeah. The Canadian University, the first thing, I was in China and I made an exhibition in a gallery, and the president of the university, he came, he asked me, he bought a painting, he said, what you doing? I said, I'm immersion in China, learning Mandarin and Chinese calligraphy, and said, I would like to invite you in Dubai for 3 months, and I would like to create a mural for the university. But the first month, he said, I don't want you to touch any brushes, I would like to learn the local culture first. Then during that time, I did, I invite students with me, I put canvas and invite them to come to create.
Okay.
And the president said, Sylvain, we would like to have you as a resident artist permanently here in Dubai.
What was your thoughts on teaching so far? That you've never taught students up until that point, or did you have any like predispositions about teaching students?
Yeah, I started teaching at 25 years. I teach illustration for graphic designers.
Okay.
Yeah, then I have this experience already.
Okay. And these are like college age students, I'm assuming?
Yeah.
More or less?
Yeah.
Okay.
Between 17 and 20. And then I accept, then I start to teaching modern art, but I changed the way than the previous professor did. I add practical things. Then we have the knowledge, the art movement, and after we analyze, and after they're doing something.
Like application.
Yeah.
Beautiful.
And now I'm just on the board of a School of Art, and I create another class from scratch. Then it's anatomy for sculpture. Then they're learning how to do a bust, but they have to learn the bones, the muscle. They have to study, and after
anatomy, kinesiology, all of it.
When I was at the college, I would like to be medical illustrator, but when I was accepted in Toronto, because my English was not really good, then I began to study before. And one time I remember I sat and while to study on a dead body. And I said, I cannot cut a mouse.
Like actual cadaver, like a human body?
Yeah, dead body.
Wow.
Then you have, and I never show up.
No. That's a lot.
That's why I'm here. Then, but I know how the bone, the muscle, I know, because this is a passion for me. Then I create this class for the student. And it's a by step, and this is what basically I'm doing in Dubai. Plus, I got the golden visa. now, then can go and back anytime. But in the past, for an artist to stay in Dubai, you need to have a sponsor. Then King's University was my sponsor. Now, Golden Visa, special talent.
Incredible. Well, what a journey from the start to now and all that's happened in between.
Yeah.
Do you have any favorite cities? I know now you're visiting Tijuana quite a bit.
Yeah, but if you ask me, the place that I like to visit is Venice, particularly for the Biennale. The Venice Biennale, it's amazing. This place I can go 3 times a year, no problem.
Honestly, it doesn't feel like real world. It feels like a utopian destination
Yeah.
that's not part of Earth,
Yeah,
right?
yeah. This is a good point. It looks like then you're going to another planet.
Like a dream, even.
Yeah. And about Tijuana, yes, I'm going to Tijuana.
Where his muse lives.
Yeah, my muse. Then Tijuana is another Indians. It's just close to the border. Then you fill then the border and influence a lot of artists. Then I create one big painting about the border. Now it's in a museum in Mexicali. Quite huge, and at that time it was again my cement. Then you need 2 people to lift the painting.
But that's again taking what's going on in your peripherals, your surroundings, and applying it to your portfolio, your creation process.
Yeah, that one thing is funny is my technique is complicated, but I can set up a studio anywhere on the planet in one day. If I find my project and I'm flexible about the project,
right.
I can do myself or I can buy it ready to use.
Yeah, I've seen it in action.
Yeah, you see it. Big screen, yeah.
Beautiful. Well, is there anything else that you would like to discuss with our viewers? Otherwise, I think we will save some for next time.
Yeah, but the things in the last thing is since I'm a full-time painter, the people they ask me if I'm gonna be win $1 million the lottery, what you gonna do? I say I think I'm gonna do exactly the same.
I could see that.
Yeah. Then for me, I'm not retired. I'm not working. I'm just enjoy the life.
Beautiful. Well, thank you so much for this interview, Sylvain. Thank you for your work and your dedication to your work, so we can all enjoy it.
Yeah, but okay, Laura, I can say that Carousel and all the team, they are just amazing. Aww. They are passionate, big worker, and I believe in their future since the first day that I met them.
Oh, thank you. Yeah. Well, until the next time, next interview, hopefully no more broken ribs. We'll see you all soon.